My name is Hannah. Today we'll focus on opening up the lower body and strengthening the upper body. It would behoove you to have a block or something block-like. You can use a stack of books as well. And a strap or something strap-like, such as a belt or a resistance band. I also have bonus wrist weights, because I'm crazy. You're welcome to join me in that if you have them at home. Begin in a comfortable seat, please. You can place your hands to the tops of your thighs, or if you prefer, you can do palms together in front of your heart. You can lower your gaze or softly close your eyes. I'm feeling a bit low energy today. If that describes you as well, you can start by lying on your back. We'll meet you there. But wherever you are, bring your attention to your breath. See if you can breathe in all parts of your diaphragm. The top, the bottom, the sides of your ribs, the back of your ribs. You're sitting up with each inhale, see if you can sit a little taller. You're lying down with each inhale, see if you can lift your chest a little higher. No matter where you are, with each exhale, see if you can soften. Soften not at the expense of the brightness of your inhale, but soften so there's room for you to shine from the inside out. Take a few moments to sit in steadiness with yourself. Being with yourself is different than being with the ideas you have of yourself. Aim to be in a place of receptivity, so that it's not you telling yourself how you feel or how you should feel or how you should look or what you should do. But instead, it's a gentle, soft opening for your body to connect with you. For whatever is demanding to be seen to reveal themselves. In a way that is openly offered, rather than forcefully opened. Gently lower your hands, open your eyes. Locate your strap or your belt. You can also use a resistance band for this. If you have a resistance band, this part will not apply to you. Mine already has a loop in it. I need you to put a loop in yours. And the way to do that is to take the tail of your loop. I have to undo so I can redo. Take the tail of your loop and put it through the 2 D-rings. If you have a buckle that looks more like a belt buckle, then you'll just do it like a belt. Then you'll go over the first and under the second like you're weaving. And pull through on the tail until you have a small loop. When I say small, I'm thinking like cat lasso. You'll know that you got it when if you pull on your tail, the loop gets smaller, and when you pull on your loop, nothing happens. All right, once you've got that, please lay down on your back. Start by bending your knees and placing your feet on the floor. Place your hands wherever they're comfortable. I actually like my arms over my head. Then gently move your knees side to side, like the slowest setting of a windshield wiper. Not quite a monsoon setting, but a sprinkle setting. When your knees go to one direction, anchor your opposite shoulder to the floor. Tone your abdomen from beginning to end, specifically when you're at the farthest point that your knees will go to one side. Bring your knees back to center. Straighten your legs on your mat and bring your legs together. Extend your arms overhead. I like to hook my thumbs so that I have something to pull against. You do not have to. If your thumbs are hooked, pull your hands apart. Then no matter what, reach your hands as far as they'll go, your feet as far as they'll go, so you're making as much length in your body as you can. Then tone your inhale, tone your abdomen, and round your back toward the floor, like you were doing a tiny cat pose. Then stretch out more. Gently lower your arms by your sides. Bend your knees, your right knee only, and interlace your hands around the front of your right shin. Draw your right knee in toward your torso and wider than your torso. And as you use your arms to draw your legs in, reach through your left heel, reach through your right knee. So they're moving in opposite directions. Your hands are currently around your shin. Now interlace your hands behind your thigh and do the opposite. Push your thigh into your hands until your arms straighten, then begin to straighten your right leg. As you push your thigh into your hands, use your hands to guide your thigh bone down toward the floor and extend through both heels. Gently release your right leg next to your left. Bring your legs together and again stretch your arms overhead, potentially hook your thumbs and reach your hands and feet apart. Lower your arms by your sides. Draw your left knee in. Interlace your hands around your left shin and use your arms to draw your knee in. Widen your knee slightly to the left. Aim to keep your right leg on the floor. The tendency is that your knee will bend and your leg will lift up, so you can keep your leg firmly planted. As you're using your arms to draw your leg in, reach your left knee and your right heel apart. Your hands around your shin. Now interlace your hands behind your left thigh. With your knees still bent, push your thigh into your hands until your arms straighten. Then begin to straighten your left leg. Push your thigh into your hands. Drag your hands toward the floor so there's a rooting action happening in your thigh bone to your hip socket, and then reach through your heels. Release your left leg. Extend your arms overhead, potentially hook your thumbs and stretch. Come back to lying down in a moment and you'll use your strap. Lower your arms by your sides. Roll over, help yourself up to hands and knees. Bring your knees together. Your hands a little wider than your shoulders and spread your fingers wide. Tone your abdomen in and with your inhale lift your chest. Soften your upper back for cow pose. With your exhale, round your spine cat. Inhale, lift and extend, cow pose. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. 3 more rounds at your own pace. When you're finished, come back to a neutral spine tabletop. Hopefully your knees are still together. Grip the floor with your left hand more. Reach your right arm out in front of you. Reach your left leg back behind you. Straighten your left leg. Lift your left thigh, so like your hands were there, and tone your abdomen in. Push your bottom hand and foot down, and then stretch through your lifted limbs. Tabletop, please. Grip the floor with your right hand, fingers spread. Reach your left arm out in front of you, turn your palm in. Reach your right leg back behind you. Lift your back thigh, tone your abdomen in. Grip the floor with your bottom hand and foot, and then stretch out with your lifted limbs. Lower down, tabletop. Widen your knees. Be sure that the middle of your wrist is more or less lined up with your outer shoulder. Spread your fingers wide and turn your index finger straight ahead. It's not one or the other, it's both. Walk your knees back 4 to 6 inches. Curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Feel free to widen your feet and or bend your knees. It'll bring a little more space into your low back. Push your hands into the floor, specifically your index knuckles. Connect those to the ground. Lift your shoulders a little. Like your cow pose, soften your heart a little. And then push your hands down and out and stretch your hips back. You can do that even with your knees bent. Bring the inner edges of your feet together. You can do this with your knees on the floor. Grip the floor with your hands to forward plank pose with your knees up or down. Hold in plank. Grip the floor with your hands. Tone your abdomen in. Lift your head to the height of your shoulders. Hold your pose, not your breath. You can also lower your elbows to the floor if this is too much for your wrists. Take an inhale and plank. Exhale, lift your hips down, down. Inhale, plank pose with your knees on or off the floor. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press up plank. Exhale, down dog. That's it. Inhale, plank pose, knees on or off the floor. Lower halfway for Chaturanga Dandasana, also called push-up in this place. Down dog between. Move at your own breath. You can do plank to down dog. You can add a push-up in between. You can also hold in down dog or child's pose. Having options means that you can choose how you want to participate. But most importantly, it means you are participating. And because this is not necessarily a public class setting, it means it's not participating with the class, but participating fully with yourself, your body, and your experience. The next time you're in plank pose, lower all the way down. Uncurl your toes. Straighten your arms by your sides and turn your palms up. Press your hands and feet into the floor until your legs and your arms get strong. Squeeze your shoulders onto your back. And with your inhale, lift your head and chest up. Stay here or lift your legs up and your arms up. Squeeze your thighs in. Press your tailbone down, abdomen in. Then listen carefully. With your shoulders, lift your shoulders. Then lift your wrists. Stretch your hands and feet back and your chest forward. Lower all the way down. Rest for a moment. Then roll over onto your back, please. This time, do locate your strap. And you'll take your small loop and bring it around the sole of your right foot. Straighten your left leg on your mat. With your right hand on your strap, begin to straighten your right leg. Now, because of the strap, it basically means your arms are longer than they would be normally. So find a place where your leg can be straight. Ideally, there's a stretch happening in the back of your thigh, but the sensation of that is not one of gripping or tearing. It's important, especially in the conversation about being receptive to an offering as opposed to forceful opening. Yanking your body beyond where it belongs is forceful opening. Push your right foot into your strap. Turn your left inner thigh in. Reach through your left heel. And as if your hands were still behind your right thigh, push your thigh toward your left foot and pull your right foot more towards you. If your knee is now beyond straight, bring a slight bend to it, but keep doing thigh back, foot towards face. If this is too much for your hand strength, you can wrap the strap around your hand so that it sort of holds you up. Release your right leg. Switch sides, throw your left knee in. Bring your little cat lasso loop around your left foot. It's humidity here in Tucson. Hold your strap with your left hand and begin to extend your left foot up, left leg up. Technical difficulties. Are you sure you've selected a strap length that allows your left leg to be straight? Push your left foot into your strap. Be mindful with how much you're pulling your leg in. So there's a sensation of stretch, but not strain happening in the back of your left thigh. Just like you did on your first side, reach your left thigh towards your right foot and draw your left foot toward you. Gently release your left leg. Set your strap off to the side, bend your knees, and place your feet to the floor. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh like a figure four. You can opt to stay here, or draw your knees into your chest, thread your right arm through your legs, and interlace your hands behind your left thigh or around the front of your left shin. Flex your right foot and turn the sole of your foot as if away from your face. So what you're doing is you're drawing your outer right foot back towards your left knee. Use your arms to draw your legs in and use your breath to soften. Sides. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Stay here, especially if you did on the first side, or draw your knees in. Thread your left arm through the triangle of your legs and interlace your hands around your thigh or your shin. To stabilize your left knee, flex your left foot. Then turn the sole of your foot as if away from you. So what you're doing is you're pulling your outer left foot towards your right outer knee. Use your arms to draw your legs in. Use your breath to get heavier into the floor. Release your legs. Locate your strap again. Bring your right foot into your little loop. Be sure that where you are in your mat, in the space of the room, that you have enough room to your right and enough room to your left to, let's say, straighten a leg. Extend your right leg toward the ceiling. Lower your left leg to the floor. Bring your left hand either to your left thigh or off to the side. Reach through your left foot. That's the one on the floor, and use that as your anchor. Then begin to open your right leg to the right. And notice if that takes the whole left side of your body with you. Reach through your left heel, anchor your left hip, anchor your left shoulder. Then push your foot into your strap and pull your heel down toward the foot of your mat. So that's more of an energetic pull. You're not actually moving your foot, but what you're doing is you're strengthening in the place that you're stretching by almost doing a hamstring pull. Lift your right leg back up. This time, take the tail of your strap in both hands. With your arms extended, slide your hands, got in my eye, slide your hands beyond your head so that your arms are straight. Reach through your right heel, reach through your hands, and then begin to pull your hands down toward the floor. Keep your left leg anchored on the floor. Reach through your left heel and the back of your left thigh. Keep reaching your right heel toward the foot of your mat and pushing your right thigh as if your hands were still behind it. Gently release your right leg. Release your strap. You can stay lying down. I just have something in my eye. Switch sides. Try your left leg in. Bring the loop of your strap over your left foot and start with your left leg toward the ceiling. Bring your strap into your left hand. With your right leg, place your awareness there. Notice how heavy your right side is to the floor. Bring your right hand to your right thigh or your right arm off to the right. Reach through your right heel, anchor your right thigh toward the floor, and then open your left leg to the left. Keep reaching through your right foot. Lean a little bit of weight into your right hip and right shoulder, but then push into your left foot. Pull your left heel as if toward your right foot to stabilize and strengthen in the place that you're stretching. To stretch without strength can create strain. And my guess is it's not the reason you do yoga either, so. Gently lift your leg back up. Place both hands on your strap. Begin to slide your strap overhead so that your arms are more in line with your ears and your arms are overhead. Reach through your right heel, push through your left foot, pull with your hands. Then use the pull of your hands to now slide your hands toward the floor above your head. Reach through your hands so your arms are straight. Push your left foot into your strap, and as if you could create resistance here, pull your left heel and your hands apart. Gently release your left leg. Remove your strap. Lower both feet to the floor. Bend your knees, place your feet to the floor, and walk your heels close to your hips. Push your elbows into the floor next to your ribs, and walk your shoulder blades underneath you. Stay here or lift your hips, bridge pose. You can hold the outer edges of your mat with your hands, or you can interlace your hands underneath you. If your hands are interlaced, push your elbows down, lift your chest. Keep your elbows on the floor and begin to straighten your arms. Gently release your hands, lower your hips. Roll to one side. Press back, down dog. Grip the floor with your hands. Push your hands down and out, stretch your hips back. Bring the inner edges of your feet together. Shift forward plank pose with your knees on or off the floor. Hold in plank or do 1 to 3 push-ups. Lower all the way down. Uncurl your toes. Straighten your arms by your sides. Now you can repeat with your arms like this, earlier, like what we did earlier, or you can interlace your hands behind you. Bend your elbows. Squeeze your shoulders on your back. Keeping your shoulders on your back, begin to straighten your arms. Lift your legs, lift your shoulders. I actually have an old shoulder injury, so it actually is helpful for me to keep my hands low, but you can also choose to do hands high. High as in away from your hips. Squeeze your shoulders and then reach your chest forward. Lift the base of your skull up. Lower down. Place your hands to the floor, outside of your chest. Curl your toes under. Now we're going to go into plank pose. So with your knees on or off the floor, tone your abdomen in, squeeze your shoulders in, push up to plank. Hold in plank or do 1 to 3 push-ups. Down dog. Lift your gaze toward your hands. Step or hop your feet forward. Whenever you get there, turn your feet to point straight ahead. Fold over your legs. Bend your knees enough to bring your bottom ribs and thighs in contact. And with your ribs and thighs touching in, lift your hips up. Breathe evenly. Look down or in. Place your hands to your hips. With your inhale, stand up. You can stay facing the front of your mat, but I'm going to turn so you can see me. Bring your feet as close together as you can. Inhale, lift your arms out to the side, up overhead. Interlace your hands and extend your index fingers up. Pull with your hands to lengthen, then lean your torso to the left, crescent pose. Move your hips to the right. Move your ribs back. Move your left shoulder forward, and then like you did with your strap, pull with your hands. Come back to center, keep your arms up, stretch up. Move your hips to the left, torso to the right, crescent pose. Move your ribs in so there's no back bend in this pose. Move your right shoulder forward so you're sideways. Then lift your chest, lift your chin, and as if you were holding your strap, pull with your hands. Come back to center. Stretch up, keep your arms up, then bend your knees, sit your hips back and down, Utkatasana power pose. Sit your hips back enough to where you can see your toes in front of your knees. Tone your abdomen in. Then move your head and shoulders back like you were doing a belly down back bend to peel your torso more upright. Sit 3 inches lower. Pull your hands 4 inches longer. Keep your arms overhead, stand up. Then again, crescent pose, lean your torso to the left. Move your ribs in, pull with your hands. Lift back up, stretch up. Lean to your right. Move your ribs in, lift your chest, lift your chin, and pull with your hands. Lift your arms, lift up, stretch up, lower your arms by your side, mountain pose. It's one way to work your arms without push-ups. Okay, round 2, lift your arms overhead. This time take hold of your left upper arm with your right hand, turn your left palm in. Move your head back, move your ribs back, stretch up. Then lean your torso to the right, hips to the left. Push through your left foot, pull with your right hand. Come back up. Interlace your hands at the top, inhale, stretch up. Again, bend your knees, sit your hips back and down, Utkatasana power pose. Peel your torso more upright. Stand up, keep your arms up. Hold your right upper arm with your left hand, right palm in. Stretch up, head back, ribs back. Lean your torso to the left. Keep moving your ribs in, abdomen firm. Then push with your right foot, pull with your left hand. Come back up. Keep your arms up, interlace your hands, index finger extended, pull up. Bend your knees, sit your hips back and down, Utkatasana power pose. Sit back in your heels, low in your hips, then peel your torso upright and pull with your hands. Inhale, stand up, keep your arms up. Exhale, lower your arms by your sides, Tadasana mountain pose. Reach arms off to the side. Stand with your feet hip width apart and swing your left arm underneath your right. Hold your shoulders and walk your hands in toward your spine. You can stay here or bring your palms together. Backs of hands or palms together, which is weird if you have wrist weights on. Draw your elbows slightly down. Lift your chest into your upper arms. And as you lengthen your spine, soften the features of your face. Gently release your arms out to the side, up, overhead. Lower your arms out and down, mountain pose. Second side. Reach your arms off to the side. Swing your right arm under your left, hold your shoulder blades, and walk your hands in. Stay here, or bring the backs of your hands or your palms together in front of your face. Pull your elbows slightly down. Lift your chest into your upper arms. As you lengthen your spine, soften the muscles around your neck and the skin of your face. Gently release your arms out to the side, up, overhead, stretch up, lower your arms down. Step to the top of your mat if you're not there already. Inhale, lift your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and extend halfway, new fingertips on the floor or your shins or your thighs. Exhale, fold. Take another inhale in your forward fold. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, down dog. Often when we do flow sequences, it's a lot of jumping with the legs, walking with the feet. This would be the backwards version of that. Take an inhale with your down dog. Exhale, walk your hands to your feet, hands to feet. Inhale, stand up, arms up. Exhale, step your right foot forward, high lunge. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hands down, down dog. right. The next piece is a little different. Take an inhale in your down dog. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, walk your hands forward, plank pose. Knees on or off the floor. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Toes down, shoulders up, chest forward. Exhale, down dog. Take an inhale in your down dog. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, stand up, arms up. Exhale, left foot forward, high lunge. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hands down, down dog. Take an inhale in your down dog. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, walk your hands forward, plank pose. Knees on or off the floor. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Down dog. Take an inhale in your down dog. Exhale, soften your knees, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, stand up, arms up. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hands down, down dog. Inhale and down dog. Exhale, walk your hands to your feet. Inhale, walk your hands forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lower down, down dog. Take an inhale in your down dog. Exhale, walk your hands to your feet. Inhale, stand up, arms up. Exhale, left foot forward, half lunge. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, down dog. One more time, you can go at your own pace or stick with me. Take an inhale in your down dog. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, walk your hands forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Shoulders back, chest forward. Exhale, lower down. Down dog. Take an inhale in your down dog. Exhale, soften your knees, walk your hands to your feet. Inhale, stand up, arms up. Exhale, high lunge, right side. Inhale, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, down dog. Inhale in your down dog. Exhale, walk your hands to your feet. Inhale, hands forward, plank pose. Lower all the way down. Cobra. Exhale, lower, down dog. Inhale in your down dog. Exhale, hands to feet. Inhale, stand up, arms up. Exhale, left foot forward, high lunge. Inhale, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, down dog. Last time, you can skip it if you wish. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, walk your hands to your feet. Inhale, walk your hands forward, plank pose. Lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Child pose. Big toes together, knees wide. Rest your forehead. You can rest your elbows on the floor so it's less work in your arms. You can also bring your knees together and place your arms by your sides. Let your breath breathe. Help yourself up to a seat. Now you're welcome to sit up on a blanket or a block. When your hips are elevated, it can bring a lot more space in the low back and the backs of the legs for seated poses. Okay. Face the top of your mat, although I will be facing you. Straighten your right leg out in front of you. Then, like tree pose, which we didn't do today, bring your left foot to your right inner thigh. If there's no issues in your low back and your SI joints, you can widen your foot and your knee so that there's a little more twist in this pose. Bring your hands on either side of your front thigh unless you need the support of them behind you. And with your inhale, lengthen your spine, turn to the right. Stay upright or begin to hinge forward from your hips. This is also a great time to use your strap. Hold your foot with your hands or use your strap. Push your right heel down, lift your chest. With your spine extended, it's going to bring you more space in the front of your body, more length to your spine. Or fold forward over your leg. And if that's the variation that you are opting for, bend your knee until your bottom rib and thigh touch. If you can touch your rib to your thigh with your leg straight, that's fine. Tone and turn your abdomen to the right. Gently walk your hands in, lift your torso. Hold your left knee with your left hand and use your arm to lift your leg. Extend your leg out. Bring your right foot in. Place your foot right up against your inner thigh or widen your foot near knee. Scoot your hips towards your heel. Place your hands on either side of your front thigh unless you need the support of your hands behind you. Dig your heel down, lengthen your spine, and then turn your torso more to the left. Stay here or hinge forward. Stay there or use your hands or your strap to hold onto your foot. Push your heel down, stretch your chest through your upper arm so you're extended. Stay here or fold. Tone and turn your abdomen to the left so that your shoulders are even. Take hold of your right knee, help it out in front of you. One at a time, move your hips back. Feel free to still sit up against a blanket or a block in this place. Place your hands next to your hips or a little behind your hips and lengthen your spine up. This is Dandasana staff pose. You can stay here. It's already a big bend because you're bent at a 90-degree angle, which is huge. Or walk your hands towards your feet. Again, you can use your strap. Push your heels down, lift your chest up, stay here or fold forward. If when you fold your ribs do not touch your thighs, please bend your knees until they do. And that, by the way, is for the safety of your low back. Your torso. Hold the insides of your knees and one at a time, bring the soles of your feet together. If that's a lot for you, because it's a lot, the pose asks a lot of you, you move your feet forward and a little wide. Lean into one hip, move your inner thighs back apart. Same thing side to side. With your hands behind you, turn your inner thighs down, lengthen your spine up. Stay here, or if your knees are at or below where your belt line would be, feel free to fold forward. Otherwise, when your knees are high, it's again a lot to ask of your low back. Press your outer feet down, squeeze your heels in. Wherever you are, stretch your chest away from your hips. Gently walk your hands back in. Catch your outer knees with your hands, lift your knees back up. Final seated pose, extend your right leg out in front of you. Step your left foot outside of your right knee. You can stay here, you can come back here, and I'll tell you how to know. Or lean into your right hip, swing your left foot out, right foot outside of your left hip, and then sit your left hip to the floor. If both sit bones are not on the floor, re-extend your right leg. Bring your left hand behind you. Lift your right arm. Like all those crescents we did at the beginning of class, lengthen, then twist, and either hold your knee with your hand or hook your elbow or even shoulder outside of your thigh. Push your feet down, elbow or hand down, lengthen your spine up. As you twist your chest to the left, lift your chin a little and look over either shoulder. Classical variation is over your back shoulder, which in this side would be left shoulder, but I want you to be able to hear me. So I'm going to turn this way. With your left leg extended, place your right foot outside of your left leg. Stay here, come back here, or swing your left foot outside of your right hip. Again, make sure that both sit bones are on the floor, whatever destination you end up at. Bring your right hand behind you and like your crescent, lift your left arm. Lengthen your left side twist. And either hold your hand to your leg or hook your knee or your shoulder, elbow or shoulder. Push your feet down, lengthen your spine. Twist your chest to the right. Lift your chin a little and look over either shoulder. Gently untwist. Release your legs. With your block nearby, lie down on your back. Bend your knees, place your feet to the floor. Walk your heels close to your hips. Lift your hips up. Then on your lowest or middle setting, bring your block and place that underneath your hips. Push your elbows down, walk your shoulder blades in. You do whatever you like with your hands. Lift your chin a little so your jawline is vertical. Let your weight be in your block. Stretch the tops of your thighs out and lift your chest. If there's any discomfort in your low back, I would recommend lying on the floor with your knees bent and nothing underneath your hips. Then lift your hips, release your block. Keep your knees bent, widen your feet, and let your knees rest in constructive rest. Really draw both of your knees in. With your arms inside of your legs, catch your feet, happy baby. With your shins vertical, thighs parallel to the floor, push your feet into your hands. Pull your hands into your feet. You can rock side to side or be still. Gently release your feet, hold your shins. Draw your knees into your torso and allow your low back to round. Again, you can rock or be still. Release your legs. Settle in for Shavasana. stay and rest for as long as you wish. Or if you're ready, begin to bring small movement back into your body. One at a time, bend your knees. Roll to one side. Gently help yourself back up to a comfortable seat. And again, place your hands to your thighs or place your palms together in front of your heart. Lift your chest. Take a moment to acknowledge all of your effort. With deep reverence and respect to you, namaste. Thank you all again so much for being here. Again, my name is Hannah, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.